Boom, 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 boom. Well, it says I'm live, and if I'm live, you're live, because if I'm talking and you're listening, we are now having a conversation. I'd like to start it off by drinking today, but I'm not allowed to. I said I can't. I want to, but I can't. And I do apologize. I must start off with an apology this morning that I missed every live stream yesterday. Yeah, it's true. I did. Let's say the good mornings, the good afternoons, the good evenings, and good nights. Let's see who's here and who's not here. How the fuck am I going to see who's not here? That would be a long list. Brian Ivany showed up, first one there. Then we got Jake showed up, just one more. Michael Gossa stepping in, go smoke a toad with just one more, both saluting. You can fill in the ranks behind me as of right now. Here we go. Lionheart said, I'm sorry for anything yet today. Well, Lion, day's not over yet, my friend. It's not over yet. Lion, you may still have a need for bail money before the night is through. Mr. Fatty's checking in. Good afternoon. Low Torque's here, probably stealing away in the laundry closet at work so he can listen to the program and not get in trouble. That's what Low Torque does. Deepak's in here, and is it Dudu Olsen? Dudu Olsen? I see you falling for the Ukraine propaganda. I tried to answer it in the comments. What the fuck are you talking about? I get it. It's the picture of Putin on the thumbnail, the cover picture with Putin. I guess that's an outline of Ukraine. It had two words on it. I just erased them and put Jen. I thought it would be funny if Putin. It's a float. Somebody over there made a float of Putin's head, and he's eating something from Ukraine. There was two words on it. I don't know what they were. But I thought it'd be funny. And then somebody said, you falling for propaganda. No, dude, relax. You think too much of me. I don't go that deep. I don't even know what the fuck the Ukraine, Putin, and the two words were. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. If I put Gen X Talks on there, it looks like kind of like Putin's choking on Gen X Talks. I mean, you want to pick a fight with me over it, you can, but you'll win because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just thought it was funny. Weisendoke's checking in with a good morning. Hello. Bump, bump, bump. Just one more. Go put on some fucking pants. Mike McWilliams. I have brought my recyclable weed. Yeah, that fucking video. I know. It got me out of my trailer loading it down. Mike, just throw it in the trash can, okay? I don't care. Dude you Osen? You're damn tootin'. I ain't rooting for Putin, but no Russian ever called me a cracker or one privileged lacquer. All right, Osen, that's what I needed this morning, my friend. Thank you for that. Thank you. Corey's talking to Frank there. We're good there. Boom, boom, boom. Wayne York goes, just sound like you said sucking Gen X. I didn't say that. I said choking that. All right, I see what you're saying. I get what you, Wayne. I got you. Other people won't, but you guys like us, we know this. A choking hazard. Low Torque. I put a sock in the door of my office. Hopefully, they won't catch me tuning in. I put a sock on the door of my office. Low Torque says, I put a sock on the door of my. What the fuck does a sock have to do with anything? Oh, is that like a tie when you hang a tie on the doorknob so your roommate won't come in because you're banging a chick? A sock? What kind of community college bullshit is a sock? You don't got a tie? A tie is classy, man. You hang a tie on a sock. Please tell me it was clean, or did you just whip off your boot real quick, take off your sock, and throw it on the doorknob on the outside where everybody could see it? Believe me, Low Torque, they won't touch the fucking doorknob if one of your dirty socks is covering it. Good plan, my man. Good plan. Solid all the way through. Hey, Mrs. Ford Watton's here. I love her so much. Hey, Mrs. Ford, that message, that picture, sorry, the screenshot I sent you last night was to show you that I did message you and said, I'm having trouble breathing last night, but it didn't go through. That was the point, to show you that it failed sending. I don't know if you caught that, but that's why I sent that. I could barely type. I couldn't even tell everybody that I wasn't doing well last night. So let's get to that real quick. Why wasn't I here? I missed my lunchbox show on Facebook, and I missed you guys, the Bottom of the Glass Nation, last night. Doing pretty good during the day, and then getting my work done, my chores done and stuff, and then all of a sudden, started not be able to breathe very well. I don't know what asthma feels like, so I can't say that it's asthma, but I see all the commercials on TV where it opens up your airwaves. So that's kind of what it feels like, I guess. But then if I drink or swallow enough real quick, it'll kind of loosen up. It feels like my muscles just tighten up. It's just a weird gig. And then it slowly comes on and it slowly goes away. Sometimes it hits me fast. Um, I found myself, I ended up on my breathing machine trying to just open my airways and tilt my head back. So I just crashed out in my bed. And by the time the breathing machine took over and woke me up, it was way past time. I'm sorry, you guys. I normally, come on, you guys know that we do hundreds of these things. I don't miss much with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. So it bummed me out. Plus, you guys are my reason to drink. And I couldn't drink. So yeah, it was a mess. But Mrs. Ford, that was the gig on that. Mrs. Ford, did you see the thing with the kid? Did you guys see Patreon with the picture of the kid dressed up today? He had to go to school. Gen Z kid had to go to school as a soccer mom or a barbecue dad. And so at his school, everyone's dressed like that. So he dressed up. Mrs. Ford, he put on that apron that you sent Gen X mom, and Big Mike's Little Donuts sent him a chef's hat. He put on the chef's hat. He went, man. He's all in. He pushed in all his chips. He loves going to school activities. He digs it. Marvelous Miss Miranda, good morning, my handsome psychic general. I totally said Los Angeles. I knew you did, Miranda. I knew you did. That's because because you and I, you know. All right. Adam Nance, good afternoon from Georgia, raising a glass of blackberry shine to you. Doesn't that sound good, everybody? Shouldn't we all have a glass of blackberry shine right now? Not too much bite, mind you. Not too much on the back end. Those moonshine things that I've been sampling that you guys sent me. I'll tell you, they have some sweet flavor up front, and then they got a kick at the back end on your first breath that it lights your ass on fire. I'm not kidding when I told you I was kind of being silly about it, but I took my finger in one, just tasted one of the ones on there, and I jokingly say that it burned my fingernail off. Now, what I really meant to say was I drank some of it and it put hair on the inside of my ass. Yeah. That's some serious shit being made back down south. You people back east and down south make the fucking craziest shine I've ever tasted, seen of, or heard of in my entire life. I'm not kidding. You flick a glass of that, a drop comes off onto the bar. It sizzles in the bar, like it's eating through the hickory of the bar. I'm telling you. Of course, all good bar tops are made of hickory. What's wrong with you? Where was I? All right, scrolling down, I'm seeing what I missed. What I missed? I missed a bunch of you guys talking to everybody else, Mrs. Ford, even talking to me. Whatever, man. Michael Roeder flipping a pancake in your honor. Thank you very much. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, there's more stuff. There is. There's more stuff to tell you. Let me scroll to my half-assed makeshift notes. Oh, please, everybody, tell me where you're from. Not Americans. I don't give a shit where you guys are at. This is the European show. Okay. I'll ask where you guys are at later, but anybody who's overseas, anybody out of the country, please. Gen X Mom has started a list of where you guys are, and we're putting it up. This is going to be so fucking cool. I dig the little, she's putting these little flag things on labels on these push pins. They're really called push pins. And so we know where each one of you by city or by country. Please do that if you don't mind. We really do like them. Mrs. Ford Watt and I love to eat the peach. Mrs. Ford Watton dropped a $2 comment. Turned my screen blue. Whole screen turned blue over there. I love to eat the peach. First of all, that's not a $2 comment. I'm going to tell you that's a $200 comment, somewhere in that range. And speaking from experience, Mrs. Ford Watton says, I love to eat the peach. Oh, no, I have something to say, but there's so many things that I got to be honest. The first thing that came to mind was just Mrs. Fort Watton, $2, turn my whole screen blue. I love to eat the peach. And Mrs. Fort Watton, I'd love to watch you eat that peach. That was the first thing. Second one was from a movie where someone mentioned, and it's just a regular movie, not an X-rated movie, but he made a comment. He says, "I can suck on a peach for hours." That came to mind. Love to eat the. I should move on. We're only 10 minutes into the program, and Mrs. Fort Watton has taken us from the friendly hub to Pornhub in about 3 seconds. So I'm going to scroll down because I guarantee you degenerates had some comments. When I scroll down, I can list the names of the fuckers in here that are going to say some shit and derail the program. I already know. I'm going to have to deliberately skip over your comments, or we're going to be stuck in the gutter for a half an hour. Okay. So, well, let's go back to where you guys are from. Can't we? Yes, the Face Off. With the Nicolas Cage was the. No, it was Travolta, John Travolta. Okay, so just can we go back to where you guys are from? Jordan Foster says, "Boss man, thank you for putting me back on track." Oh my God, you guys! I swear to Christ Almighty, here it comes. I know. I get that it's a moonshine reference, sweetheart, but you said that what you said in the group of us. There's a bunch of dudes very similar to me, and you just throw that shit out there. You know, that's like having a mosh pit full of guys like me, and some girl on stage throws her bra into the crowd. Don't you realize what a feeding frenzy you just caused? Oh, Justin Meyer, he's saving his peach eating. Okay, man. You guys, I'm just trying to stay. No, I did, Allie. I did not quote Face Off with Fort. Did I? No. He just said he could eat it. I could suck on a peach. That was a Southern voice. That's just not every Southern voice is Forrest Gump, right? Razor Blaze 2000. Do you think the new generation is better than yours? Well, Razor Blaze. Matt D also said, "Are you ready to send your son off to college out of state?" Let me hold on. I got 3 here. Hold on. Joey Gouda, I'm stage 4 cancer, and Tyrone is saying he's gonna kill me. Wrote all over the wall because I got in his face because he took $40 from me. Well, that wasn't very nice of Tyrone. You never rob a cancer victim. And Joey, stage 4 sounds like you're swinging for the fences here with your treatments. Joey, send me an email, man. Let's talk a little bit where we got some time. I'll even give you a call. Matt D, are you ready to send your son off to college out of state? Truthfully, no. The California, Central California is huge. One of some of the best soil for growing in the world. And we do a lot of farming out here. And the boy wants to stay. They have the International Agriculture Expos are held, in Central California. And he's just going deeper into ag. He loves the mechanics. He's learning this summer, and summer school classes he's taking, and next year he's going to be in their welding program learning engines and tractors and stuff. Some of the stuff I'm already teaching him here, but there's more, and he's really diving into it. So I don't think he'll be going away too far. A lot of the graduating kids that were seniors are going to Fresno State. So he hasn't decided yet, but he doesn't want to get too far from home. He likes me. It's true. I'm a likable guy. Just ask me. I'll tell you. So yeah, not too far. Now we'll go down to Razor Blaze 2000. Do you think the new generation is better than yours? First of all, late millennials, like born 90s I think are, and most of the early Gen Zs, follow me on this, late millennials and early Gen Zs, to me, at this moment, from what I'm seeing, are some of the most worthless people I've ever seen. They have been raised, trained, and conditioned to take everything they can from their family and from the government and from the state. They want what's theirs. They got stuff coming to them. I hate that shit. The kid, I got into an argument the other day, and the kid went back and found a slice and just put it up for you guys. There's a slice about that. So that I don't like. Now, however, you want some street level nuts and bolts looking out my window, telling you what's going on. Let me tell you what I see. I'll tell you right now. The late Gen Zs, mid to late, that pendulum is swinging the other way. And I've told you the story before, but it's so fucking important, and it's quick. Let me get it out of my way, please. People of the good ship, hear me speak. A teacher in Gen Z and a couple of his friends was pounding global warming. And at the end, she says, so you guys, now I've presented all the facts. I've shown you a slideshow. We're good, right? And all the kids went, yeah, it's whatever. No. You're with me. You're going to march with me. We're going to, every kid went, and it wasn't a whole class, but every kid in this group went, yeah, I heard you. Whatever you say, I haven't made up my mind yet. Well, how could you not make up your mind? I just showed you. Hey, can we just get back to math? This is an algebra class, right? Can we just get back to math? And the kids in the class are like, look, we'll make up our own minds. We're not, and they're not collectively, texting each other. There's not 10 million Gen Zs going, okay, now starting tomorrow, everybody just give a very neutral reply, and you just to put everybody off. We'll just tell all of our teachers, all of our coaches that we'll make our own decision. They're not doing that. This isn't some masterminded thing. These are kids growing up at a time when they're like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There's so much stuff out there, pro and con, up and down, left. And you know what? I'll make up my own mind later. And I know you're really pushing hard on me, but the more you push, the more I don't want to listen. It's almost like a rebellion for no reason. And they're making up their own minds. It's the strangest thing. And it's not just that class. I can give you 1,000 examples, because the kid's on all sorts of social media talking to thousands and thousands of kids his age. And he's in a unique position because of Gen X Talks. When I tell you at street level, the pendulum is starting to swing with these kids, it is. So Razor Blaze, when he asked me, do you think that they're a better generation of yours? Well, first of all, fuck no. However, these kids have the potential to change the world for the better. And I don't mean, recycling and saving the whales on the moon. I'm not talking about, superfluous stuff out there with all the traditional, hey, you can make a difference in Spotted Owl and save the whales and everybody's lives matter and get your flag. No. These kids can it looks like they could actually change the world and change the planet, just growing up through the ranks of parenthood, city council, government, going, look, all right, we'll just do things this way. Okay. Yeah, you can go now. I got this. Quit chanting. I got this. They're not trying to get out there and make a difference on the street corner screaming and yelling. They're making a difference in the classrooms, quietly standing up for themselves. That is a real movement. So there's your answer. All right, moving on. What I miss? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything really good? Yeah, way to go, Romy. You said hello to Allie, but not to me. You're going to go to the woodshed in about 10 seconds. You are. Sick of this. People you guys, we're tuning in to tell El Presidente, the Jefe. What are you talking to Allie for? You're just cruising for a date anyway. The only time Allie comes in here and spends a lot of time is when Tinder's not working out for her so well. She goes through a dry spell, and all of a sudden she comes in here. Boom. True story. Joe Haney, glad you're doing better today. Has your other son arrived to help out? Joe, no. No. He hasn't. And that's becoming a mixed bag of nuts. Because Joe, just real quick with you, because I don't want to go back to the whole thing, but now he's like, well, I'll come down, but I got to be back home in 4 days. It's like, well, that's not what the family needs. We needed you to, well, I got stuff I got to do. So, well, then fuck it. Don't come down. Oh, so now you don't? No, we don't. We were trying to get you to come down here and plug back in and give you, you do some good for the family in a real special time. It's going to be great. And you're just like, well, yes, but I'll do it. But you've only got me for 20 minutes. Well, then fuck off. So that's kind of the short version, Joe. And if I tell you in layman's terms like that, you can extrapolate the whole picture. If everybody else is confused, he gets it, I get it. Moving on. All right. Moving. Come on. Is there anything else? Boom, 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 boom. Dumbledore the first. Preach, General. Preach. Early, millennial, and young ones make me aggressive. Trash values and this handout mentality. I know. I told you guys that story that one time, remember? Where I had a group of millennials. These are I thought they were a little older. I thought they'd be a little more like Gen X. And I got them in a conversation. It was in a parking lot. There was probably 12 of them there, and I was talking to them. I said, "Okay, so you guys feel that the government owes you?" "Yeah, America owes us." All right. You feel like the government should be giving you? Yes. So you wake up in the morning and you're trying to understand, what the country should be doing. Yes, the country needs to give me, let me have money and time, and then I want my free education. And all right, I got you. Country giving to you, country doing for you. I got it. And I said, so who are the heroes of your Democratic Party, of your liberal socialists? And they started listing, everybody from Obama to Oprah, and then they got to John Kennedy and said, "Oh, John Kennedy." I said, "Yeah, Kennedy was like the royalty of your Democratic Party." Yeah. I said, yes, I laid sort of a trap. I apologize. And I said, well, so I'm with you on that. I said, you wake up, it's what can the country give you and do for you? And because it owes you, clearly it's the country's fucked up and your world is fucked up. So the country owes you. It owes you a living. It owes you some health care. It owes you an education, and it should do everything for you. Yes. I said, so you wouldn't consider coming over to the conservative side, Republican side, where and they said, well, no, you guys are a little bit out there, fringe. And I said, yeah, we're all totally fringe. There's no Republican center. It's all on the fringe. Every one of us. You're right. I said, seriously, I said, one of the greatest speeches ever said, ask not what your country can do for you, which is what you guys wake up thinking. Ask what you can do for your country. Oh, I don't believe that shit. The country wants my respect. It's going to have to respect me first. And I said, you know who said that? Your king of Camelot, John Kennedy, your hero. You see, that's how far you guys have gone from where you thought you were to where you are now. You moved way over here to this mess of what everybody owes you. And do you realize that's not even where the Democratic Party was 50 years ago? You've changed it now. Kennedy was alive today, he'd walk right over here with conservatives and go, "What the fuck is wrong with those people?" Yeah, got him in a little trap on that one. But you've heard that story before. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry, I said it again. Yeah, all right. Boom. King Arthur. No, not Rome, not Kennedy, not King. Hello. Rome, are you even listening? Michael Bardwell, green screen on here. Member for 3 months, Legion of X. Reporting for duty, sir. Great to see you. I am back at the moment, Michael Bardwell. Thank you for checking in. I do appreciate it. Michael, I enjoy seeing you on all the platforms. I do. All right. Jennifer Stacy. Kids are dumb. I mean, how did he not know that? I don't know how they did. It wasn't just one of them. There was like 12 of them there. You think one of them would have stepped in at 27 years old or 28 years old and said, "Oh, now hold on a second." None of them did. Not one of them. It's almost like I tell you the story, but everybody get bored with me. It's not like the other one where I trapped. There's a bunch of minority people, they're black people, but yelling at me in the Black Lives Matter thing. This was towards San Fernando Valley when I stopped and talked to some people with signs. I love doing that. I love stopping and talking with people with signs. I'm like, what? So what? You walk into a group, big old fat white guy from the desert, got my dark glasses on, and I walk up to people picketing with stuff, and I say, "What's going on, fellas? What are we doing around here? What's going on?" And then they come over immediately and start screaming and yelling, and we have a conversation. But anyway, we'll get into that. Michael Ghost, serve first, ask later. Yeah, humility is a big thing that I keep promoting for people, and I don't know if it takes hold, it'll be great. All right. Thelonious Fear. I didn't leave the Liberal Party. The Liberal Party left me. Well said, sir. Well said. Night is forever. If Reagan was alive, he'd be glad he switched from being a Democrat to a Republican. Yeah, he was the same way. Most of my grandparents and older uncles and aunts, they said they grew up Democrats and switched to Republican Party just because the Democratic Party was now becoming socialist. They call it liberal, but they went so far the other way. They're like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Like Thelonious said, he's not wrong on that. All right. Janine says hello from Louisiana. I'm waving back at you. Just got here. What happened? Janine, you didn't miss anything. Nothing happened. Too many Michelles. Oh, Michael. Oh, too many Michaels in here. I got you. Hard to read. Well, Michael, then change your name. David Hubbard can't wait for the June 10th stream. Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, that's the casino night. It's the one you're talking about, right? The June 10th one. That's going to be fucking cool. It really is. I can't wait for that. I've never been to one before. I'm so fucking excited about it. Let me hang on. And you guys can go too from across the pond. It's a virtual casino night. And you buy a $50 ticket. That's all the money you spend. Then the whole night they give you the gambling chips. There's a leaderboard. It's just for fun. But, well, I got to be careful what I say. Mrs. Fort Watton, turn my screen green. You might want to scroll all the way back up to just another guy and all the ones you missed after him. Sorry. Well, Mrs. Four, I was talking here. All right, let me scroll back up. If Mrs. Four is one of the few people that has a pause button. And if she says pause, we pause. The show will now go to commercial break while I look for shit I'm supposed to be finding that I obviously clearly missed before. And this is my Walter Cronkite voice. And we are going to look because Mrs. Forwatton said to look. And we'll have to keep searching. We can't find what she's talking about, so we'll have to make up shit as we go along. And back to you, Dave. If those of you who don't know who Walter Cronkite is, that was a terrible rendition I just did. I'm really looking at just one more. Scroll back. Oh, just another guy. All right. I'm just another guy. If you're still in here and you said something creative, cool, then I missed it. And I'm sorry. I'm scrolling back up. Oh man, this is tough. Is he green letters or? Boy, that's really tough. I know this is dead air that you guys don't want, but Mrs. Four asked me to do it, so I got to go back up. We'll just take away from her time talking. Yeah, she'll get put in the woodshed on a 300-minute timeout. 300 minutes. I mean 300 seconds. You're paused for 12 days. I can't go back up any further than that, and I'm just not seeing what she's looking for. If I missed something important, and if you guys after that, I'm sorry. I don't know what it was. I do apologize. I try to read them, but you guys keep typing while I'm talking, and then sometimes the screen jumps. It's just tough. I do try to read stuff. Neil Peters says, "Hey, bro, I'm here from New Zealand." That's going to be a pin in the board, man. Pin in the board. Dino, Stoke-on-Trent, UK. Pin in the board. It's going there. I'm telling you. Now I'm scrolling down and seeing some of these. Just one more. You wanted me to read his where he said peach taco muffins. Is that what I scrolled back for? Please tell me that's not what you made me go back for. Mrs. Four, if you did, you're in trouble. I don't know. If there's something else I missed, I missed it. All right. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't usually get sent back up there unless it's worth it, and I just fucked up. But now I'm scrolling down. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Ali put up the thing for the tickets. We'll get to that one second. Just one more. After this is over, I challenge everyone to listen to Paul Harvey. If I were the devil, doesn't matter if you're. Then I say, yeah, no, I've heard that. Paul Harvey. I've listened to a ton of his stuff, John. Well, you should challenge everybody. That's not a fucked up thing to tell people to go watch or listen to. That's good. Well done. Well placed. Well said, sir. That was really good. So where was I at? Oh, the casino night thing. Yeah. Okay, real quick, imagine this, because I did take the virtual tour. You can be on it from anywhere. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. Get up at 2 a.m. It's probably going to be really worth it. And it's the first one. You don't want to say you missed the first one. So imagine this screen right here is looking down at a blackjack table. and it has all of our names around the outside where we're sitting. Up here, it has all of our Zoom call pictures or screens. We're all up here talking. There's a dealer, a live dealer. He's talking to us. We're talking to him. We're drinking. If I'm drinking, you can see me drinking live. It's a Zoom call. You can't get banned from the platform. We could literally say anything we want, do anything we want, and we can keep drinking until we're all passed out. It doesn't matter. We're allowed to do this because it's unfiltered, uncensored. They don't have any rules. They're like, fuck it, you paid to be in here, do what you want. So then if I leave this table, my little screen goes away, my name goes away, my chips go away, and at another table, I sit down at the roulette wheel. And there's you guys sitting around the roulette table, and everybody who's there at that table is up here. And there's a dealer. He's spinning the ball. He's moving chips. My chips get transferred to this table. My name does. And then I pop in. Hey, fellas, what's going on? And then we're there. And it's the same for whatever tables we're playing. It's the same for all of them. And there's a leaderboard that shows who's betting and winning the most. You pay $50 for your entertainment, okay? But then you get $300 in chips. And we're going to spend a couple hours. You want to blow it all in the first 20 minutes? Go ahead. You can still hang out. We can still talk. It's a Zoom call, man. Imagine being in here, but instead of the chat room, it's a Zoom thing and we're talking. That's how cool it'll be. I don't know if we're going to be polite and talk and, kind of give each other room to talk, or whether we're going to talking over each other like the fucking chat room is. I don't know. But I want to be part of it. And I'm sure we'll make corrections for the next one. There's already plans for doing another one in a month after we've done this one and we learn what not to do, make it better, streamline it. But this one's going to be fun. And I'm always going to be able to say that I was there for the first one. And Allie's going to be there. Gen X Mom's going to be there. Miss Liz is going to be there. The Two Bears are going to be there. It's like there's some senior members of staff going to be hanging out. This is going to be fucking cool. Plus, we're recording it. I'm going to be recording all of it so we can, put some pieces around the board and make a members only little slice thing. Now, if there's, just remember, totally screwed up, inappropriate things and things we're not allowed to do, like if boobs come out on someone's thing, I can't slice those and put those anywhere because we're not allowed to post that stuff. Not to say it won't happen that night. Who knows? When you're gambling and drinking and smoking and toking, you don't know what's going to happen. But I'm just saying that I can't use those anywhere else, but for my own personal benefit, which I will. Moving on. All right, so that's the casino night thing. Backing back up here. Ballsack, Ronald Reagan, it's bedtime for Bonzo. I know what you're talking about. Chris Hubble just watched a great documentary on the devil in music industry, entertainment industry. I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Chris, Gen Xers grew up with the government attacking heavy metal, rock and roll in general. They thought rock and roll was bad when Elvis started, back when boomers were kids. Excuse me for a second. So that's been a evil, and devil and Satan has been a long fight coming since Elvis was shaking his hips. However, it got really bad in the 80s. Dee Snider had to testify before Congress. Backmasking was the thing. You backmask a record and you can hear, and they did stuff like that, where you could play a record backwards and hear secret messages, and it was all the devil's propaganda. Let me just be clear on religion, God and Satan, good and bad. There is always going to be both of those elements in music. There is. And the tricky part is that the devil, the Satanism has a way to draw you towards it. It's like, oh, get this record because there's satanic messages. Oh, I want to go hear the satanic. Give me that record. I want to hear the satanic message. Doesn't mean you're in a devil worship. You're just a stupid teenager kid. You're buying a record so you can be cool. And you heard the secret backmasking messages in it. I do believe there is a heavy influence of sin, for lack of a better word, in rock and roll. I mean, people want to smoke dope, drink whiskey and beer, cocaine, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I mean, that's a huge fucking thing. And it's heavily in the rock and roll sector. It's true. I mean, it's a heavy presence there. So I'm not telling you don't do it. I'd be hypocritical that sex, drugs, and rock and roll and fucking sign me up. Or when I was a young man, I'm a I don't jump into mosh pits quite the way I used to, as you might have noticed. But yeah, it was. There's a time in a young person's life when you just embrace all of that and you flow right through it. Uh, probably not the best choices I've ever made. Was the you're asking about the devil? Was there satanic devil presence available? Could you see little pieces of? Yeah, I didn't give a shit back then. I could care less. I wasn't worshiping Satan. Well, you were if you were listening to that record. Bullshit. I was listening to the fucking record. I was trying to be cool. I wanted to hear the devil's music backwards so I could run around saying, I heard it, I heard it. When you go into a concert and they're playing the devil's music, there's only one time in my life that I think I can, and since you're asking, that I threw out a cassette tape. And the Red Hot Chili Peppers one time in the 90s were on an interview and they said they worshiped Satan very brazenly. Came out and said, this is what we do. I don't know if they were joking around for publicity or if they changed their ways and they don't do that. I don't know. I don't care. But at the time, I remember hearing the interview and I had a tape and I was driving down the road. In fact, I was driving on Avenue O outside of Lancaster, between Lancaster and Lake LA, and I rolled down my window and I just threw it out. That was a line for me. It's like, dude, don't even joke about that shit. That bugged me for my personal beliefs. Everything else, the lines that I don't mind crossing are numerous, but that one just rubbed me the wrong way. But devil in music industry, sure, there's probably a ton of it. Now, do I think anybody sold their soul to the devil? I don't know if you can really do that. I think if you're selling your soul to the devil, you just need to fuck up your life and die while you're fucked up. I don't think you can actually sign it away. I know there's movies and videos about signing your life away to become famous and stuff like that. I don't know that that's a real thing. I don't think you can sign a contract with the devil. So is there a devil in the music? Yeah, fuck yeah, there is. What are the thoughts on it? Well, in the 80s, it was such a big prevalent thing, but I'm telling you, 99% of Gen Xers just were doing that shit to be cool. And we all grew out of it. I guarantee there's nobody 55 years old that is going out and finding an LP just so they can play it backwards and run down the street with their torn Van Halen shirts going, I heard it, I found it, I heard it. That shit's over for us. We don't do that anymore, just so you know. All right. Did I miss anything? You guys tuning out because I'm running off my mouth again? I'm going to scroll down and you guys are all going to be talking to each other. This is the new chat room. When Gen X Dad's talking about boring shit, we talk in here. I was making a point. I was answering a question. I really was. All right. What I miss? Robert Jones, Mr. J. Robert Jones. Is that Mr. J? Are you Robert Jones? Is that who you are? You back? Robert, we're still friends, right? We emailed. We're good after that, right? Is you, me, you? All right. What about Bob says AC/DC got everybody chanting, we're on the highway to hell. Yeah. Which when people ask me, is it, it's clearly more people are going to hell than going to heaven. Hell needed a highway. Heaven needs a stairway. So there's not as many people on the stairway to heaven, tons on the highway to hell. I think rock and roll defined that nicely for us. Did it not? Yes, it did. Moving on. Thelonious, that's not how it works. You can go down to the crossroads and make a deal. I've heard tell. I mean, I would if there was any ream of truth to that, I would go to that cross. What is that in Mississippi? And go down there to the crossroads and stand there at midnight and go, all right, let's make a deal. I probably wouldn't, but I want to see if the devil shows up, even if for nothing else to go, God damn, you're ugly. Oh my God, what am I talking about? All right, boom, boom, boom. All right, what did I miss? No, there's a bunch. Hold on, let me scroll up. There's a Chunky D worked for Robert Johnson. All right, Prestige Worldwide, Led Zeppelin. We're into the occult heavy. Okay, that's on them. Niners Forever. They're all Satan worshipers. Niners Forever. They're all Satan worshipers. Every goddamn last one of you can get the fuck off my lawn. Good job, Niners. You just aged yourself. Eric Hudgens, my mom burned my Metallica tape because it was devil worship in 1991. I know. Eric, I got it. It just I'm I'm on your side, Eric. Let's go with that. Jake Long, Marina something is known as an associate to many pop stars, and she practices ritualistic witchcraft. JG loves her. Yeah, people are into some weird shit, and most people grow up and grow out of it and move on. I mean, you're talking about shit that usually just affects you when you're a fucked up teenager. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll from like 16 to 25 or 26, man, the stories that I'm not allowed to say, but then you grow up. You just do. Most people do. Come on, let's face it. When you mature, you go, all right, those are some cool stories. Thank God Kodak doesn't have any copies. And moving on. If you don't know what Kodak is because you're really young, go Google Kodak. And it was a Kodak moment and stuff. You'll figure it out. But you're young. It's all right. I don't know. We provide entertainment to a wide variety, a vast audience of all ages. Yeah. Lionheart, are you watching me, General? Lionheart says, are you watching me, General? Am I supposed to be watching you on webcam? Because I'd have to really be drunk to turn on a webcam that you are on the other end of. I would. Jose, salutations from Portugal. Thank you. Jose, that's going on the push pin from Portugal. Very good. Thank you very much. Boom, boom. No, Mrs. Ford. You come on, Mrs. Ford. It's a European show. I got 20 minutes left, and now we're going to talk about the Canadian border story. I've told it once. I really wanted to fill in the blanks on that shit too, because there was some more stuff that happened with this when I got from Victoria Island before I got to the border. I left out. Remember, I jumped onto that ferry and I made it. And then I just go and I went to the United States border. I left out 3 days there, where when I was hitchhiking, this professor guy picked me up in his Volvo and took me to his house. And I was telling him, and remember, dressed like Rambo, no beard though, but I was dressed like Rambo in a green jacket and the Levi's tucked into the boots and on and on. And he was fascinated. He's like, well, tell me what you do. And he was an older guy. And this was in 86, 85, 86, 87. I'm going to say 80. It must have been the summer of 86, I'm guessing. 85. Anyway, so this guy was older at the time. He's probably 68, 70-ish. And really wanted to know, so tell me what's going on in Los Angeles in California, and you're moving and you're dressed in the movies and the music. I was telling him all stuff like that, which was really cool. But I made one mistake. And the reason I was running toward, you guys never asked me how I ended up at the border at midnight, in the middle of the night. How did I end up at the Canadian border? Why'd you go in the middle of the night? That was suspicious. None of you have ever asked me that question. And the reason was because when I was staying at this guy's house who pitched me up hitchhiking, and he took a shower, washed my clothes. The mother washed my clothes for me. The wife did, and did stuff that they had a daughter. And I had to leave the house in a fucking hurry. And nobody's even asked me why I was at the border. Why not just show up during the day when it was cool? And there's part of the story that I left out because I was chased to the border. So, yeah, can't get into that right now. All right, where was I? Mrs. Ford, you guys hear that? Do you hear the? That's Mrs. Ford writing the shit down with her pencil. I swear to God, I'm going to send Mrs. Ford Watton a pencil sharpener. All right, so no, boom. Mrs. Ford, I'll ask you when you're drinking. No, I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. Rome, I remember wearing an Aussie shirt my first day of school in 4th grade mid-year. No school, no less. New school, no less. Good for you, Roman. You walk in making a statement. I'm with you on that. Michael, did he offer you candy? No, Michael, he didn't really. Well, his daughter's name wasn't Candy. So, Thelonious, I have the OG pressing of the Strokes, which was banned due to the cover, but was also put on 9/11 cover. NYC Cops. I don't remember which one that one is. You got to show a picture of that. Email me a picture of that, Thelonious. Just don't damage your shit, but I'd like a picture of that. James Rustic never gave a shit about playing music backwards to hear the devil's lyrics. Mostly didn't want to fuck up the $200 picking stylus on my turntable. Then you had a fucking great turntable. If you had a $200 stylus on there, you did. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. What was that? Matthew Nazir, y'all hit the like button. Oh shit. Yeah. I'm supposed to say please like and subscribe and hit the bell or something. I'm not good at whoring myself out for things. There's a lot of stuff I'm supposed to tell you, but I don't. I like talking here. So yeah. Mr. Fort Watson says, I use ink. No, you don't. No. Your glasses have that little beaded necklace thing on there. Come on. They do. Use a pencil. Turntables sound better. All right. So where was I? Yo, General, what's the heaviest concert you've been to? That's Brandon Swinehart. What's the heaviest concert I've been to? There was some really, I mean, you're talking heavy, you're talking metal. I was not a big metalhead. My friend Lauren, fucking that guy was every Judas Priest concert that came through LA. I mean, everything heavy he went to. I did get drugged to a bunch of little ones down back when like Motley Crue was coming up a little. Well, they were kind of making it big already, but I was, 15 to 17. There was a lot of stuff down the Palladium, the whiskey. There was some stuff down in LA. You could go see some pretty heavy bands and in pretty tight spaces. There was some good stuff in there. I'll tell you a stupid story. It was so funny. I told Gen X Mom one time about a month ago. You guys had brought up this conversation. I said, it's also because the kid's doing his drummers thing right now, the poll of the greatest drummers of all time on the YouTube community page. It's so fun to read some of the stuff that you guys put in there for comments and videos and links and stories. You guys know I'm fascinated by it. I'm glad the kid's doing it. But I went to God, now I can't remember where I was. I guess it was the whiskey. I don't remember. Anyway, in LA, small band. There was a drummer that I happened to be like 4 feet from the stage off to one side, watching this drummer just fucking go to work. I don't even remember his name, but the band was called Lydia Van Houston. And I think it was in 87. I want to say it was in 87. Never heard of this band before. Don't think I've ever heard of them after. Probably not even a band anymore, but they were Lydia Van Houston. And this drummer was amazing. The chick was hot. She looked like a screaming version of Bonnie Tyler at the time. And I was trying to tell Gen X Mom, and she was like half interested in what I'm saying. I'm like, no, come on. This was a thing. We went down there. It was me and Sharavo, some other guys. We got there and we got inside, and I was right there. And this guy was just wailing on it. So I figured I'd try to go online. Like the one video I found of them was the live performance of that night, and I was there. Man, I was slowing down the video, trying to see if I could see myself. I knew right where I was standing. If you're looking at the stage, if you're looking at the band, I'm off to the left, right at the stage. And I guarantee I was wearing my Levi jacket. I guarantee that night I was. But I need to go back and look. But it was Lydia. It's like the only thing on there for them live. Happened to be that one night I was there, and I couldn't find myself. But that drummer, that concert was just people packed in there raging over this band. I thought, man, these guys are going to be huge. Nothing. So as you can see how my predictions work out, just ask me for lottery numbers. I'm really good at those too. I don't know if that helps. The longest concert I've ever been to, real quick, was Bruce Springsteen at the LA Coliseum. One of the best concert was a U2 concert at the LA Sports Arena, and Bob Dylan came out and did a set. That was unexpected. That was kind of cool. Seen some cool shows, man. I really was lucky for that. Lita Ford, yeah, I love her. Mr. J, how come nobody is worried about diesel fuel shortages? That means no food for us or anything. Because things are going to change in America. That the midterm elections are going to go hugely in favor of the Republicans. They always do. Whoever's in charge. If there's a Democrat in charge, midterms go Republican. If there's a Republican in charge, midterms go Democrat. That's just how we do things as a country. Especially now with things as messed up. There's going to be a huge real for reals red wave. I don't know how big it's going to be, but it's going to be gigantic. That is going to stop policies, because the only way that anybody passes, and you got to remember, we live in an age now where presidents just executive order everything. That's all they do. They don't go through Congress. They don't go through the House. They don't go through the Senate. They just write fucking executive orders. Well, executive orders eventually get kicked up to the Supreme Court. Now, when there's liberals on the court, Democrats write executive orders and get what they want almost every time. Sometimes not. Now, Republicans did the same thing, wrote everything, but they never had an advantage in the Supreme Court. They never had conservatives there. Now they do by a pretty wide margin. And what they're going to do is write legislation when they get back in control of things, and assuming in 2024, and they will just write legislation. It'll go to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will rubber stamp them and allow them. And one of the things they're going to do is Republicans, conservatives, very much like being energy independent. I know everybody says you're isolationist when you do that. You're isolated. Yeah, well, fuck off. We like having our own gas, our own oil, our own shit. And if we have some to sell you guys or give you guys, we will. But conservatives have a very big thing about America first, then we'll help everybody else. We take care of our own, then we'll help everybody else. That's kind of a thing. Oh, you can point out. I know. Don't just put your keyboard away. I know you're going to say that's not entirely true. I know this one Republican, this one conservative. Yeah, okay. I don't give a shit. So what? You can pull out a few little examples and pretend that's the norm. Bullshit. Just leave. I don't want to talk to you. I'm telling you the mentality, the herd mentality each way. It's kind of how it works. The executive order their way, and then the Supreme Court either supports or doesn't. But we've seen, we're living in the 97 executive orders that the current administration put in. We're living under it right now. Anybody happy? Anybody digging this? You guys want to go back to the way it was before? I mean, would you put up with orange hair, loudmouth tweets now? I'd put up with all that shit. I hated his fucking running his mouth. Nothing pissed me off more than Trump running his fucking mouth. If he'd learned to shut the fuck up once in a while, I'd have been better off. But I'll put up with all that shit right now. So gas goes back down. So inflation goes back down. So the country's better. I'll put up with someone running his mouth. You want to be a loudmouth? Go right fucking ahead. I'll learn how to ignore you better. Just fix this shit. That's my personal thoughts. What the fuck do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. Do not listen to me for anything. All right, where was I? Bring back the Orange Man. Yeah, Mr. Watton. Fun fact, Francis said Lincoln was a Republican. Francis. Who's Francis? Francis said Lincoln. Wasn't Lincoln a Republican? I thought that was like common knowledge, wasn't he? Didn't he? Wasn't it him and the Republicans that ended slavery? Wasn't that the abolishing the am I wrong on that? I mean, my brain's fading, but yeah. Deepak, family, town, country, province. Yeah, right there. Deepak's fucking from Ireland. He's probably 3 sheets to the wind right now drinking, and he's fucking got it down. None of you said it. Right there. Family, town, then country. Family, neighborhood, town, then your state, then your country, then you why fucking A, Deepak, man. I'm drinking some Hawaiian water right now. I have not saluted anyone with Hawaiian refrigerator water until right now. And I'm drinking it through a straw like a big boy. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Deepak. Thanks for that, my man. Brandon Swinehart, General, needs some mechanic advice on changing out master and slave cylinders 2000 Hyundai Accent. What do you want to know? If you really want some info on that, I just run you. You send me an email and I'll call you. It'd take me 10 minutes to run down. That's a simple one, man. And let me know why you're doing it too. No, you do not always have to change out the master and the slave cylinders. You don't have to. You must have had them contaminated or something if you're doing them all. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about if they don't leak. Leave them alone. All right. What did I miss? David Smith, Lincoln was the first Republican. Thank you. Mike Holmes, we need mean tweets and 220 gas. Mike Holmes, we need those mean tweets and 229 gas. You know what? Mike's right. And I was thinking about the thing. It's like, let's bring somebody back like Trump, who just fucking is the most obnoxious dude ever, but get shit done right for the country. Because I forgot, we can always turn down the volume on our TVs, can't we? Why didn't we think of that before? It's like, keep this dude, just turn it down. Pretend he's saying knife stuff. Turn off subtitles. Mike, I'm with you on that. Okay. Oh, the female Freddie. Fun fact Freddie. Yeah, we got fun fact Francis. Okay, now I'm back with you. Now Now we're back in the potato sack together, running the three-legged race, Mrs. Four. I know what's going on. And for all of you late millennials and Gen Z that don't know what a three-legged race is, please go look it up, because that was something we used to do before fucking had video games, and it was fun. It really was. All right. Fun fact, Freddie is Jay Twister. George Orwell was a devout Democrat and socialist, AOC. Okay. Well, thanks, fun fact, Freddie, known as Twister, and couldn't have gone through the rest of my day without knowing that shit. Thank you very much. Boom, 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 boom. And Dino. Look at Dino. Don't say shit around here. Does Dino bother us with money? No. Said one thing: charity starts at home. Yeah, family first, then your neighborhood, then your town. Right on, Dino. I'm with you, my man. Boom, boom, boom. All right, what I missed? Scrolling. Ski Mask 30 probably has the winning comment of the day, possibly the week, and we're only at Wednesday. Big fan, thumbs up. You, sir, are a legend. Well, then, Ski Mask, I want you to know that I have been successful in deceiving you. Pulling the wool over someone's eyes. Again, younger kids, go look that up. Pulling the wool over someone's eyes is a form of deception where you think you let them see one thing, but it's really, just go look it up. Then you can fit into these old people conversations. Yeah, do that. Ski Mask, thank you for saying so. I think when you call me a legend, then we diminish the true legends by a lot. But thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Okay, what I miss. And what a lovely singing voice Gen X Dad must have. Mrs. Nolan Void, hello, General, checking in. It's a bit late, Mrs. Nolan Void. It's a bit late. Yeah. Boom. Can't we all just get a bong? Dirty knobs. Jesus Christ. You had to go there, right? You just couldn't let it go. Owen, big as usual in Glasgow. We'd be saying the big man spot on and on the ball as usual. Thank you for that, Owen. Appreciate that. I do. Very much do. Romy, you did not just say that. Romy says, Michael, LAPD, we treat you like a king. Okay. Romy, I warned you. And this isn't one of those times where you run around the room topless. This is one where you done crossed the line and you shouldn't have said stuff. You're going into timeout. Romy, I love you, but you're out. Romy is now in the woodshed. Romy, you're not coming out of that woodshed till I tell you. Romy, you can't talk from the woodshed. You're in the woodshed. You can't talk about LAPD and Rodney King like that. I got the joke. Gen Xers got the joke. Californians really got the joke. Not that anyone from California listens. Rome 13, officially in the goddamn woodshed. Now, the problem is with Romy, she's in there going, hey, I'm in the woodshed. What's going on, everybody? You got to go in there with you got to hear the wood doors clang shut and that slide bolt on the outside, the rusted hinges as those doors close you in and the darkness of the shed takes over. All you're in there is you can hear is your own thoughts and Joe and his goat in the corner. But you're in the woodshed. It's where you belong. You shouldn't have even put you there. You crossed that line, Romy. You crossed it. You hurt me. You cut me deep. That's a lie. It's not true, but I'm saying it anyway. Oh, Joe Haney, any word on Beautiful Disaster? Yes. As a matter of fact, I spoke to her on the phone yesterday. Beautiful Disaster, for all of you. Thank you for bringing that up, Joe. She was getting her stitches out yesterday. Still hurting, still just kind of hanging on. I told you guys I was sending her a care package. She can't even listen to some of this because she's been so busy in and out and sleeping a lot and the pain meds a lot. She's coming around, but I don't know how much she's told you, and I don't know how much I'm allowed to say without being stupid and irresponsible. But she was fighting a pretty severe issue or something that could become severe, and we don't know any results yet, but everything looks great so far. Looks like top notch, not even half a concern yet. So we should be hearing some good stuff, which brings me to sunny point number 2. As many people are, she's not in a good financial position. It's tough. It's tough on it's Smickey's in that. She's tough. The cards that some of you have been dealt suck. And I've been there. I'll probably be there again. I've had tons of money and been broke. Then I got tons of money again and fucked it up and been broke. Right now I'm kind of holding my own. I'm in the middle. And I'll fucking be broke again someday. That's just that's how I roll. I've accepted my lot in life. However, beautiful disaster, she's struggling to be who she is. So if any of you want to privately send a couple bucks when I do my care package, I'm sending it to her. I'm giving her some things, and I'm gonna give her some dinero to make sure she can turn her green screen back on here, and so she can be back in stay in Patreon and the membership here. It's tough, and I want to help, so I'm going to help. But anything you guys want to do, if you guys want to do it anonymously, or you want me to say you did it, I'm telling her that I'm doing it because I want her to know I care. But anybody who wants to do that, you can just email me and work something out. I'm going to send her stuff probably by Friday, the package I've got ready and some things in there. But if anybody wants to contribute to Beautiful Disaster, that's a girl who could really use it. And not that I don't know other ones in here that could, and I don't mind helping everybody out I can. This one just is eating at me because she can't even pick up a phone to be part of what we're doing. It's that tough. So just so you know. Anyway, that's all. Boom, boom, boom. Michael Barbaro, Joe Hayes is awesome. Davey85, Romo sends you a nail file and a chocolate cake. Dave, Dravey, no, you won't. Nobody gets food in the shed. Nope. No. Not doing it. There is a window. You can hand her the cake through the window if you want. Phil Smith, what do you think of poor old sleepy Joe Biden? I feel bad for Joe Biden, Phil. Tell you the truth, I do. And Phil, where are you from, by the way? Just because it'd be nice if you guys said where you when you ask a question, where you're from. I'd like to know. Niners, you out of here? I'll catch you on the flip side, my man. You got to think about the difficult situation Biden's in. He goes out there. Remember, a few months back, he couldn't even complete sentences. He couldn't stand. He got lost walking around. Think about how rough that must be for him, that they push him out there to do that. Don't think of him as a political figure. Think of him as your grandfather. And relatives are saying, no, get out there and talk, and get out there and walk, get out in front of everybody. And he's lost and he's confused and he's trying to say what you want him to say. And he knows he's messing it up, but he can't fix it. And this, you guys know that they push him out there after he's had the most sleep he can get, the most medications that they can tailor to prop him up, to get him to his best. They know, okay, if he's going on at noon, we'll have him sleep until 10, and then we'll give him the medicine at 11, and then by 12, the medication will be kicked in. We'll have some lunch. He's slept. He's strong. Well, and they get him when they present him to us. That's the best they can do. That's not like he rolled out of bed and said, oh, well, he was a little messed up, but we just threw him out there. He just woke up. We shouldn't have done that. No. When he goes out there, that's the best they can muster. And when he messes up and he's embarrassed and he does things wrong, I feel bad that they're doing that to him. I feel bad that they're pushing him through that. Because you got to know the guy doesn't want to do that all the time. And he gets out there and says, okay, I'll do it. And he goes out there and smiles and tries to talk and do his stuff. I know lately he's been more coherent and more of his true self is coming through. And I don't agree with his policies, but I feel bad for the guy that he's pushed out there to do this and to perform, and it's hard on him. And the times when he embarrasses himself is like, I would be pissed if that was my grandfather. I'd kick in the door and go, leave my grandpa alone. You're making him look stupid out there, and you're making him go out there in front of everybody. He's not ready for it. Leave him alone. You asked how I personally feel. That's my main thing, is I feel sorry for the guy when they're raking him over the coals about this shit. But that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. Lionheart, $20 for beautiful. Oh, Lion, you put the lips in the black heart. Thank you for that. And thank you for remembering that too, because that's one of her signature things that, see, I'm going to do that. I'm going to, with your permission, Lion, I'm going to put a little note in there when I do that for an envelope on, so she gets that from you. I'm going to do that. Thank you for doing that, Lion. I appreciate that a ton. And I'm with you. I'm dropping in some bucks too on that. All right. Brody, love the videos. General, crack me up. Nice to finally catch you live. What's your opinion on the Jubilee being from a republic and I'm lost on what you mean by that. Jubilee being from a republic. You got to be a little more specific because that's something that's. Am I? I'm really drawing a blank. I should probably Google it. What I'm supposed to do. You know what? You know what other people tell me to do. Other creators are like, if you get lost and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, just Google what they're saying and keep talking. Um, then you can act smart. Queen's Jubilee, the Queen's popularity. I don't. Are they doing it from someplace other than? I'm getting now. If you're talking about maybe talking about the Queen doing something from farther away, not in England or something. Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean by that, Brody. I'm sorry. I'm learning, and if it's, I love the overseas stuff, man. Across the pond, fully want to know. So rewrite that when I get to the bottom. I'll take another look. Mrs. Nolan Void, beautiful disaster. This is the most. Mrs. No, you don't. I'm. Thank you, Mrs. Nolan Void. I'm going to put that in there with a note from you. Gen X Mom, we will write notes for every one of these and put them in an envelope. I promise you. But you don't have to stretch yourself. If I got an extra $30 or something, or Lion had an extra 20, hey, if it's not killing us, that's why we do it. Thank you, Mrs. No. Thank you for Widow's Mite. I'm not going to tell the story again, but thank you for that. That'll go to her. And I'm telling you, it's going out soon. Joe Haney for BD. Thank you, Joe. It's going in there. We're going to write a note from everybody and talk with the names on the bottom so she knows, because we love her and we want better for her. She's doing good, but she can't even get on her phone to get in here yet, but she will. And you know what? Maybe next live stream we do, I'll call her. I'll get her permission to call her where she can speak her phone and we can hear her. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yes. Wicked Widget, when you can, my man. It's this. Oh, it's Limey, 70 years as Queen. The Queen's Jubilee. Okay, and they're having it from Republic, so I'm guessing it's not from. I'm guessing they're doing it somewhere else. I don't. You guys still, Britain still has republics, right? It has other places that aren't the island. Yeah, I'm guessing. What's the matter, member for 3 months? Bottom of the Glass Nation. General, have you heard from Tommy Girl? I haven't seen her. Come to think of it, I have not. But remember, I haven't been here in a bit. I missed a couple days. Yeah, last time I was with the Bottom of the Glass Nation was Saturday night, because no live Sunday, and Monday no live for them. Tuesday I missed it. We're at Wednesday. I may have to go on tonight just to make up, just to do an apology, get drunk apology. Lion says she's in the neighborhood. Good. Lion would know too. You ask Lion, you ask Two Bear, you ask Mrs. Four. Those people are in the know. Lion fucking runs the Gen X Talks chat room. He fucking is in there all the time. That fucker can tell you everything that happened in the last 30 days in there. He knows a lot. And he's in touch with everybody. In fact, I do a lot of lurking in there. I just scroll through and see what's going on. I'll bet you Lion goes out of his way to talk to every single person in there. I don't think he has shunned one person or one conversation ever. The dude takes time to engage anybody who's showing up in the chat room and nervous and just talking. And that dude shows up and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like the Walmart greeter of the chat room. I swear to Christ, he is. He's the Walmart greeter of the chat room. He makes sure he shakes every hand as they come through the door. Made for the streets. There's some Danish money, 100 of them there. I don't know how much that is, but if I'm rich, I don't need any of you anymore. If he just donated enough money to make me rich, I'm out of here. I'm going to buy new friends. To hell with all you people. I hate 10 for BD. She's going to really, just one more 20. I'm assuming it's going to BD too. She's going to be ecstatic. I'm telling you, we got to get her on here. We got to get her on a phone call. We do. Just one more, gave it up. That's right. The lips, the red lips and the black heart. That was like her thing. It was really got to be a good person, made for the streets. Thank you. Jake Long, welcome. He's an extra. Jake, thanks for joining up. Thanks for supporting. I'm sorry that you joined. Of all the subscriptions you could have joined on YouTube, and there's probably a billion, starts at number one, being the best, badass, most famous, coolest cats on the planet. And you went all the way to the very bottom. We are 1,000,000,001. That's us. Out of the top billion subscriptions you could have been part of in Forbes magazine, and they cover 1 through a billion. We didn't make the cut because Bottom of the Glass Nation is 1,000,000,001. That's us. The 1,000,000,001 subscription. Sorry, man. That was your choice. You're a grown ass man. You accept your own mistakes, and you just made one. So, oh, Christy Porter says that's why Mrs. Ford, she's going to wait till you're drinking. I haven't drank in so long. I should just go on tonight and get fucking ripped and just tell every naked, horrible story and jail story. Tell every time I've been handcuffed to a fucking outside of a police car. It's never happened. I'm just making shit up. All right. So shit, I'm way over. You guys are gonna take me right into the lunchtime with Facebook, and they're all gonna be sitting around waiting for me. They didn't see me yesterday either. And now I'm gonna go over there and be all fucked up. So yeah. All right. So I gotta go. I'm gonna go. I gotta go. So listen, everybody, I'm sorry for the people I missed. I'm glad that I got to talk to a bunch of you in here. I tried to read a bunch of stuff. I didn't go to my notes that much. I went over here. Real quick before I go. Hold on. Real quick before I go. I can finally show you guys. Oh, that's the old one. Where's the old series one? Where's this one? Is it clean? I hope it's clean. You guys know, and I don't know if Ali's still in here or not, but the new glasses came in, the series 2. I only bought one big box of them. And Gen X Mom says, I've only got 30 left. That's how fast they sold. And at the bottom, they just say truth. This is the series 2. They're all matching glasses, same as the other ones. The truth is at the bottom of the glass. And there you have it. I can read it from the inside when I drink. The truth is at the bottom of the glass. I don't know. I don't even know if Ali's in here. Oh, there she is. Good. So that's it. That's it. There's literally only 30 left or 32 left. That's all I'm ordering. I'm not ordering anymore. I bought a bunch of them, but I don't like sitting on a bunch of glasses in here. So if you guys get them, that's the second series. Go order one. They're on the website, but that's once we're done, we're done. Okay. Thank you for all the purchases so far for the kid. Thank you if you guys got the series 1, you're badass because now you got the second one. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'd love to go on a tour of the country and pull up at some house and have someone having one of those in their hand. For me, that would be fucking badass. All right. So listen, I got to go. I keep saying that, but I really got to go. You guys have made me run long. You've been very selfish with my time here. You know, you have to share me with the Facebook crowd. They're sitting there at lunchtime and they're waiting for me. And here I am hanging out with you folks, which is okay with me, but I got to go. So, I don't know what your schedule is. I might do one thing. Sharp, appreciated. I will go back and read some stuff in here. You guys know I do. I'll read as much as I can, but you got to give me a minute. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna grab something to eat. I'm gonna hit the Facebook lunchbox crowd, and then maybe we'll do something tonight. If I can get some stuff caught up, yeah. Let's get drunk and run around fucking naked in here tonight on the bottom of the Glass Nation. I owe you guys one, and I do apologize. So from everyone here at Gen X Talks, remember, we'll catch you on the flip side.